So you've created your YouTube channel, right? But how do you create branding on that channel that lets your audience know what your YouTube channel is all about? Well, that's where your YouTube banner comes into play. Many people ignore this valuable piece of real estate on their channels, but in today's video, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to create a YouTube banner for yourself using a free tool called Canva and all of the elements that you want to make sure are included in that banner. Now, if you aren't subscribed to my channel already and you want to learn how to scale your business through video, social media, and branding, make sure to click that subscribe button below. And before we get into the contents of this video, make sure to click the link below this video to download my YouTube channel checklist. Inside, you're going to find a list of everything your YouTube channel needs to have to be set up for success, including what we're going to be talking about in this video. So your YouTube banner is the first thing that people are going to see when they click over onto your channel. So you want to make sure that it's aligned with your brand, meaning that your colors, your fonts, and your imagery are all unified and match what's on your website, on your social media channels, and more. You also want to have a reason on there for people to subscribe to your channel. So let's go over the 4 key things that your YouTube banner needs to have. The first one is a brief description of what your YouTube channel is about. Some people call these channel topics or categories. Basically, you want a quick snapshot of what your channel is going to be about so that people understand specifically what kind of videos you're going to be producing on that channel. For example, my channel is all about social media, branding, and video. Those are my 3 content pillars. So when you first come to my channel, you understand that that's what my videos are going to be about. And if you subscribe to my channel, you're going to get weekly content about those 3 pillars of content. This helps you to stay consistent on the type of content you're creating and consistent on what type of audience you're drawing into your channel. So in my example, it would be really strange if all of a sudden I came out with a video on my channel all about race cars, right? Because that's not what my channel is about. People come to my channel for branding, video, and social media content. Next is your logo or pictures of you or your business. You want there to be a personal connection to your brand. So the best way to do this is to show pictures of yourself, your business, your products, maybe some behind the scenes of the employees of your business. Depending on what kind of business you have, this is going to look different for each one of you, but you want to make sure that your images are really crisp and clear. The next thing you want to add is your publishing schedule. This is really important so that your audience knows when to expect videos from you, whether that's on a monthly basis, a weekly basis, maybe it's twice a week. You want to put up there how often and what day your videos come out. Now, the 4th thing is social media links. Now, this is something that you actually set up in the settings of your channel, but they do show up on the bottom left-hand corner of your YouTube banner, so it's worth mentioning in this video. When designing your banner, it's good to take this into consideration. For example, if you have an offer that you want to drive traffic to from the links in your YouTube banner, you want to draw attention to those links by maybe putting some text there or an arrow, some sort of call to action to say, hey, check out this offer, or go follow me on my other social media channels. To learn more about how to set up a successful YouTube channel, make sure to check out my other video all about setting up your YouTube channel. I'll make sure to link it in the YouTube cards above this video. But now that you know all of the elements that need to be included in a YouTube banner, let's jump over into my computer so I can walk you through the step-by-step process of how to design this YouTube banner using Canva. So to create your YouTube banner using Canva, you're gonna first need to log in, and in the home screen here, you're gonna see all of the different templates, and then if you scroll down, you'll see your designs as well. To get started with YouTube channel art, you're gonna wanna start typing YouTube into the search bar here and come up with YouTube channel art. Now the YouTube default size for banners are 2560 by 1440, which is actually what Canva already has in here. So you can just click on that one. And it's going to give you a bunch of different templates to work with. So you can pick some of these to start going off of, or if there is a style that you really like, you can kind of start breaking that down and start designing it with your branding. So let's pick this one here. Now, one thing to take into consideration when it comes to YouTube banners is that you actually have a really small window to actually work with in terms of putting the text and logos and pictures and things without it being cut off on the different platforms. So if you come over into YouTube, I'll show you what I mean. When I go over to my channel art here, you'll see that it's actually a really small window. It's not as large as this full section here. And then when it's on mobile, this section right here where I have the pictures and the font is all that's going to be shown. So you want to make sure you don't have anything in these spaces on the side here, because it will actually be cut off when people are looking at your channel on their mobile device. And then the third spot that it's going to be shown is actually on TVs, and the TV is why this is the full size, because when someone's viewing it on their television, this full size is going to be shown. So you want to make sure that it's visually pleasing on all three of these different devices. So the measurement that you need to take into consideration for the mobile is 1540 by 427. That's kind of your grace spot of where you can put pictures and text and logos and things without it being cut off on all of the devices. So once you kind of have your template here, you can start playing around with all of the different images and pictures and things. So on the left-hand side here is your toolbar in Canva. If you have any logos or anything like that that you wanted to upload, you could come over into the upload section, hit upload media, and pick which device you wanted to upload from, whether that was Google Drive, Facebook, or your computer. But I'm going to come back over into uploads and pick a picture that I already have uploaded. So I'm going to drag my logo over into here, make that smaller, pull it on over into here. And then I'm going to pick a background image. So I'm going to pull this guy over, and if you pull it over and hover it, it's going to take up the whole screen. Or if you just wanted it to pop onto the screen as a picture, you can just click it and it'll pop over there for you to make smaller or bigger. But I actually want to make it the full background, so I'm going to pull it and let it sink into the background there. Then this element is already here, so I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And up here it's grouped together, so you can hit ungroup and then play around with that. Right? Kind of put my logo there. Change this up. Right? You can play around with that guy and add in some text there. Perfect. Okay, so say this is what I want my YouTube banner to be, right? So I have my upload schedule, I have my name, I have my logo. I would want to put in my content pillars in there as well. So maybe let's do that. Let's copy this and we can add that in there. So social media, video, marketing, and branding. Perfect. We can make that my brand colors and everything like that. So once you have it the way you want it to look, and if this was actually my YouTube banner, I would put a little bit more time and effort into making this as beautiful as possible. But for the purposes of this tutorial, this is perfectly fine. So I'm going to come up to download. And one little tip I'd like to tell you guys is to make this bigger. So I would make it about 3 times as large and then hit download. Because what that's going to do is it's going to increase the resolution of it so that when you upload it into YouTube, it's not going to look fuzzy or anything like that. Perfect. So now that that's downloaded, I'm actually going to show you how to upload it into YouTube, and you'll see the different sizing that you'll need for all the different devices. So if I come over into YouTube and I hit customize channel, come over into branding, and then you're going to see banner image. So I'm going to say change there. And right here, if you ever are wondering, it tells you for the best results on all devices, use an image that is 2048 by 1152 pixels and 6 megabytes or less. So that's another important thing too. You don't want your file size to be too large. So I'm going to hit change there. And I'm going to upload the one that I just created. So I'm going to say open. And you'll see here the 3 different sizes, right? So that's what's going to be viewable on TV. This is what's going to be viewable on a desktop. and this is going to be viewable on all devices. So as you can see, it's a really small window to play with, right? And what I have here doesn't look good. And I did that on purpose so that you guys could see that I need to go back and tweak it. And unfortunately, sometimes with creating your banner for YouTube, it's going to be a little bit of trial and error to get exactly what you want. But I recommend trying to do your first round like I did here, and then coming into YouTube, uploading it, and seeing where you kind of need to tweak things a little bit. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to come back over into Canva, and we're going to tweak things a bit. So we're going to have to make this whole thing a bit smaller, right? Because you could kind of not see all of the stuff there. So I'm going to make sure that's centered there. And I'm going to move that up a little bit, maybe move these guys up a little bit. Right, so it's a very trial and error kind of situation. If you wanted to have any extra pictures or anything like that, you know, you could come over here and add some more photos, whatever you wanted, right? Maybe I put that over there, and I add another one over here, right? Again, you would make this look a little bit nicer if this was actually your channel art, but this is just kind of giving you guys an idea. So I'm going to hit download again on this guy, and we're going to see what this one looks like. Let that download. Come back over here. We're going to say cancel. We're going to go change again and upload that new one. Let's see what that one looks like. So as you can see, this is going to be viewable on desktop, viewable on a TV, and viewable on all devices. So we're getting a little bit better, right? You can at least see all of the logo and text and photos, but I would keep playing around with it until it's exactly what I want on all 3 of these different devices. Well, there you have it. How to create a YouTube banner for free using Canva. Do you have more questions when it comes to your YouTube channel? Make sure to drop them below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to share it on your social media by tagging me at Wanderman Creative. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Bye guys.